Welcome, everybody. This is Tyler Ford. I have Jeff Hannon with me today, and we're going to do eXp Explained. So one of the things about eXp for me is had I truly understood eXp at the beginning, I would have joined a lot sooner. And, I thought I knew what it was. And we talked to a lot of people that truly think they know and understand eXp, but until you actually sit down with somebody and let them explain it to you, you just don't get it. And I'm speaking from my perspective. And once I understood it, because I reached out to Jeff and I just didn't want to be hard sold, and Jeff's not somebody that's going to hard sell you. And it took me a year to actually sit down and talk to him to learn more about eXp. And once he explained it to me that night, I couldn't sleep and I couldn't get switch over to eXp fast enough. So we're going to do an eXp Explained. We're going to keep it short and sweet. We're going to go over the top 5 reasons as to what makes eXp so powerful. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Jeff. And the first thing we're going to talk about is rev share. So Jeff, what has eXp and rev share meant to you over the last, you've been with eXp now for how long?
Since May of 16, so coming up on 6 years.
Cool. And so talk a little bit about rev share.
Sure. So revenue share, and these aren't in any particular order. Some of this will resonate more with some people than others, different things people like about our company. But for me, as a solo broker, owning my own brokerage, rev share to me was the big thing, because everybody at eXp has the same opportunity to grow the company. We grow organically by word of mouth through our agents. We don't have paid recruiters. We don't have office managers whose job it is to sit and pound the phones all day. It's just, as we're doing deals with other agents, we interact, we share the model. If it resonates with them, they join. And the company rewards us for that. If we grow the company, we get a percentage of the company dollar on every transaction that agent does for the rest of their career at eXp. And the really cool thing about it is we also get a percentage of the agents they bring on, and the agents they bring on down 7 tiers. So it actually lets you build a leveraged income where it's just not you going out, closing a deal, getting your commission, starting over again unemployed. It brings in this almost base level of income, which actually increases your sales because you're not so stressed about closing that next deal, that you can actually serve your client better. And to me, that's been game changing. And won't get into numbers on this, but it's been life changing for our family.
Yeah, and I agree. So leveraged income, and what I like to say is eXp is far more than a commission check. And so many brokerages out there and agents, they go from commission check to commission check. So the leveraged income, for some people, it's life changing to where they can live off of that. And over time, it can replace your commission. So, hey, one thing that we forgot to mention is that if you're watching this live and you have any questions, you can comment, and we'd be more than happy to answer any questions at the end of this live stream. So the next thing we're going to talk about is shareholder equity. I'm going to give this is the big reason I came over, is the stock and the ability to be a shareholder of eXp. And by doing what you already do as an agent, you can earn shares of eXp, ticker symbol EXPI, traded on the NASDAQ. And this to me, once I truly understood this is what got me fired up. So Jeff, explain shareholder equity and the different ways that people can earn equity within eXp.
Sure. So there's 5 ways that you get stock at eXp. The first 4 are gifted to you from eXp, and you have a vesting period for those. So you don't get it right away. It's in your account, but you can't spend it, essentially. The 5th way is yours immediately. So we'll talk about the first 4 gifted stocks first. So every year when you close your first transaction, they're going to give you $200 worth of stock. When you cap for that year, they're going to give you another $400 worth of stock. In capping, at 3% commission, it's about 2.7 million in volume. The third way is if you attract an agent to the company, they sign up with you as their sponsor, and then they close their first deal, you get another $400 worth of stock every time you do that. And then the fourth gifted way is our Icon Agent program, which we'll dive into, I think, a little bit later. but essentially it's for top producers. They're going to get their whole cap back in stock every year. And then the fifth way is our agent equity program, which is really cool, is 5% of every commission you can take and buy the stock at a 10% discount. It's trading at $50 a share. You're buying at $45 a share. That stock you own right away, as soon as it hits your account, you could sell it and take it out. I just ignore it and let it pile up. I have there's funny stories of agents that didn't even know how to log in and look at their stock. And when they did, they had this huge amount in there. They're like, what? So it's the stock is really cool. And it's just another way to kind of save up some assets for retirement in real estate, which is
exactly.
There's
And
not
that's
a lot,
again,
there's not a lot of
well, that's why I
avenues for
like
that.
it. It's just by doing what you do, and that's help people buy and sell real estate. You can be a shareholder and get the stock at a discount. And we can't speculate, but as the stock goes up in value, I mean, for both Jeff and I and a lot of people, it can be a life-changing thing.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so number 3 we're going to go over, and this one's big. For me, it's we get a free IDX. IDX is Internet Data Exchange. It's no different than Zillow, where we can serve up the MLS listings to people, and it's called KVCore. And I was spending $500 a month with my previous brokerage. And, that adds up. I mean, it's a lot of money. And a lot of these IDXs are a car payment or a mortgage payment for most, over $1,000. So when I came over to eXp, I was immediately able to, and it was the same IDX that I was using. I was able to stop paying that monthly fee, and then I got it for free. But more importantly, it's a great lead gen platform, both the front end and the back end. So, Jeff, tell a little bit about KVCore, and then I'm going to give everybody a screen. I'm going to show my screen to give you a kind of just show you a little bit how it works.
Sure. So like Tyler said, this is a $500 a month software. I think they undercharge. I tell people if I had to pay for it, I would pay double that. It essentially is a lead conversion platform where you put leads into the system, online leads where you generate it from whatever source you want, Facebook ads, Facebook Marketplace, Google pay-per-click, YouTube, which Tyler's great at.
Or free organic SEO, which we're going to show you.
Blogging. Yeah, that's another one of his specialties. You put the leads in, and then obviously you'll get better results if you reach out. I'm terrible at lead follow-up. I let the system basically force the client or the lead to reach back out to me. So it asks them questions in drip campaign emails, it texts them, and it's sending them homes every day. I've had people go out to new construction, people I've never met, they're just a name in my system, and they go register at new construction with my name because every day they're getting an email saying, hey, here's some homes you might like, and my name's at the bottom of the screen. So it's invaluable, and it really levels the playing field for solo agents so they don't have to go join a team where the team leader's happy to pay for this expensive software as long as they take a big chunk of your commission. So
and that's a great point. A lot of people do join teams because they can't afford to compete because of an IDX. And with eXp, we get it for free, which is awesome. So I'm going to share my screen real quick and just kind of give people a sneak peek of how the IDX works. So this is my website, Tucson Homes and Lots. And I do a lot of organic SEO. So I don't pay a dime for leads, and I get anywhere from 5. I mean, there's not a day that I don't get a lead, and the system automatically drips on the people. And we're doing on average, easily 1 deal a month extra. There's a guy in our office, Jay Shoptow, brand new in eXp, and he's doing 1 to 3 deals a month as a result of leveraging this. So this is my website. And then right here, if you click on search for homes in Tucson, it takes people over to my IDX. So this is KVCore, and I did a little bit of design work on it, but it ties right into the MLS, and people can search for homes. And then I also created some custom searches that, let's say somebody wanted a townhouse, they just click on that. And then when they go over, it takes them right over to, it's coming up here, takes them right over to the search of various townhomes. And it's taken a while. So what happens is no different than any other platform that you're used to, whether it's Zillow or Realtor.com. In order to continue through the process of looking at photos, you then have to opt in, and then it becomes a lead. So that's what makes it super powerful. And again, it's a huge way to cut some costs because it's part of what eXp has to offer.
Yes.
So the next thing we're going to go over is eXp World. And this one I didn't get. And, when I was new to eXp, I'd call Jeff up and he'd be like, "Did you go to eXp World?" And I'd be like, "No." And then after the third or fourth time of finally, not wanting to bug Jeff anymore, I logged into eXp World and I was actually blown away at eXp World. So with that, explain eXp World, Jeff. It is awesome, and so many people don't get it until they actually see it.
Sure. So eXp was kind of born out of the market crash. We were formed in 2009, and our founder Glenn Sanford kind of was reevaluating things after the brokerage he had opened previous to eXp had a $40,000 a month overhead with commercial leases and all that brick and mortar overhead. And then went 4 months with nobody selling a house, but those bills kept coming in. So he ended up shutting down that brokerage, reevaluating and deciding what makes us money, what doesn't make us money. He said, these office spaces aren't making us money. They're costing us money. Our websites are making us money. So he decided to form the first cloud brokerage. And, back then, if you see some screenshots of what it looked like, very rudimentary technology. Fast forward to today, we own the software company that creates eXp World now. It's called Verbella, and it's state of the art. Stanford licenses it from us. Department of Defense uses it. A lot of national banks used it during the pandemic. And it is a 3D immersive experience where we have 50 hours of live training a week. You're in the same room with them, but you're at your house in your pajamas, and they're in Seattle or Austin, Texas, or Boston. Wherever they are, these top agents are training you on what they're doing today to sell more houses, to make more money. And aside from the training, we have about 400 full-time employees in there. I've never had a bad interaction with an eXp employee. It's always like, I can help you with that, or no, you need to go here. But they always send you somewhere or solve your problem like that. Plus the brokers are there. Every time I give somebody a tour of eXp World, I roll the dice and I go into the broker room and I say, watch how long it takes till I can talk to a broker. By the time I've logged into the broker room, 3 people are saying, "Hey, Jeff, how can we help you?" It's awesome.
Well, that's what I like about
Yeah.
it too. My previous broker, if you have a broker question, you sit in line, people are going in and out, and you just waste so much time trying to get your broker. But with eXp World, you log in and you're right there. You're an avatar talking to them and getting an answer. And you said something too. I mean, in this COVID environment we're in, eXp's thrived just because they had the platform already set up, not even knowing, what was going to happen. So it's awesome. And we do have a few people comment that just came in. North Sea said hi. If you have any questions, you can comment, and we've been more than happy to answer any questions. So the next and final thing is Icon Agent. And this is huge for somebody that does a lot of production or has a team. It's a way to earn back your cap and get additional stock in eXp that over the years, again, it's something that definitely life-changing. So Jeff, you want to explain Icon Agent?
Sure. So there's 2 ways to earn Icon Agent with us. Yeah, the first way is the most common. The second way would be if you're in a high market value area. So if you're in the Bay Area or Hawaii or New York, Los Angeles, you could do the second way. The second way is 500,000 in gross commission with at least 10 deals. So that's the least common way to qualify. The most common way, and Tyler and I had 4 agents hit this last year, is you cap for the year, which is about, like I said, 2.7 million in volume, and then you do 20 more deals during that year. You have the opportunity to get $16,000 worth of stock back. There's a couple caveats. Is you have to give back to the company is one of them. So all of our training is taught by our Icon agents. These are people that are in the trenches right now, selling hundreds of houses a year, and they're sharing their secrets. And like, I've never seen that in any other brokerage where everybody's just like, here's what I do.
Well, and Jeff, that's a good point, because people are motivated in eXp to help others, regardless of whether they're in your rev share or not, because of the the shareholder value and the stock equity. So the better eXp does as a whole, the better we do because the value of the stock. So people are more open to want to share.
Yeah. So one caveat is you give back to the company by it's either teaching a class or being on a mastermind or mentoring. It's really easy to hit that caveat. The second one is we want you to attend our national events. So we have eXpCon, which is in the fall. Typically it's in Las Vegas now that we've gotten so big. And then we have the Shareholder Summit, which is I think it's in June this year, and it's in Orlando. And those are really fun events anyway, but we want our Icon agents there. So part of them getting their whole amount is to attend those as well. And that's it.
Cool.
You get your whole cap back in stock. It's $16,000 worth of stock with a vesting period. And that's really life-changing. And you know, I always say eXp is a no-brainer, but if you're already at that production level for Icon, it's a super no-brainer.
Yeah, it is a no-brainer. And again, it's if people truly understood it, and a lot of people don't get it until they actually sit down and really see it. And that's why we're going to be doing these. And the first one that we did, we just wanted to talk about like the 5 main things, and then we're going to do deeper dives into the various things. But if somebody has any questions or wants to learn more, you can give us a call at 520-775-3400. Be more than welcome to sit down with you if you're here in Tucson, or do a Zoom and explain in more detail. So anything to add, Jeff? If anybody's got any comments, you can comment, or, you know, this is going to be on YouTube. You can comment in the show notes, and more than happy to get back to you.
Yep. That's it till next time, I think.
Okay. So we're going to keep it short and sweet. Appreciate you getting on. And again, if you have any questions, reach out to us. But eXp is awesome. It's been life-changing for both Jeff and I. My only regret with eXp is I didn't do it sooner, and that was my fault. I knew about it, and it took me a year to actually sit down with Jeff. And once I did, I was totally floored and couldn't move over quick enough. So I encourage you to, if you're one of those that think you understand it, you might want to sit down with us so we can explain in more detail and get you all fired up about eXp Realty.
Definitely. See you guys. Thanks.
Make it a great day. Thanks.